Now, the government of Kenya is now scouting for strategic partnership with the government of Turkey to boost the country's competitiveness on apparel and textiles as ties with the U.S. becomes uncertain. Speaking on the sidelines of the Turkey Africa Business and Economic Forum, Investment Promotion Principal Secretary Abubakar Hassan says Kenya is wooing Turkish designer brand giants to produce in the country and leverage on cheap labor and access to the African market. Julian Samboko reports from Ankara.
The 2025 edition of the Turkey Africa Business Forum comes against the backdrop of the lapsing of AGOA and growing uncertainty about the future of Africa's preferential access to the United States market now, especially on the subject of textiles. Now, Turkey, being a global textile giant, is now shaping the narrative about what the future could look like. And part of what is shaping conversation here is the possibility of designer partnerships between established brands in Turkey and budding ones in Africa.
We know that Turkey is also good in textile and garment, but focusing on the European market. So what we have come here to discuss and how Turkish investors can come produce in Kenya to serve the European market.
So when we have Afro-Turkish lines being created, it's resulting in new innovative products that blends both cultures and heritages.
The business community is part of the delegation coming from Africa to represent the interests of the continent right here in Istanbul. And the conversation which is being had, led by the Association of Manufacturers, is how the vast segment of small and medium-sized businesses can plug into the global value chains into markets such as those in Turkey.
We find ways whereby Kenya can learn from the industries that are already established in Turkey, and also see areas of whereby our members and manufacturers from the country can also benefit from what Turkey has done better.
Julian Samboko, NTV, Istanbul, Turkey.